Anyway, there it is. A stubborn fact that I don't seem to be able to do anything about it. Hence, this diary in order to enhance my mind's eye, the picture of the friend for whom I have waited for so long. I don't want to set down a series of blood facts in a diary like most people do. But I want this diary itself to be my friend, and I shall call my friend Katie. No one will, no one will gasp what I'm talking about if I begin my letters to Katie just out of the blue. So Albeit, how pronounce it?
It's pronounced Isle. You're doing great.
Unwillingly, I will start by sketching in brief the story of my life. My father was 36 when he married my mother, who was then 25. So that means his father was old 9 years than her mom, right?
Yes, that's correct. Her father was 11 years older than her mother.
11
You're doing
years? Are
great
you
with the
kidding?
reading.
I mean, her father was 36. Her mother was that age is 25. You mean it's 11 years old? Oh, yeah, you're right. I saw a snap. Sorry, I'm wrong.
No worries at all. It's easy to mix up numbers. You're doing a great job reading.
Okay, my sister Margaret was born in 1926 in Frankfurt am Main. I followed on June 12, 1929, and as we are Jewish, we immigrated to Holland. Immigrated, what's meaning it?
Immigrated means to move to another country to live there permanently. In this case, they moved from Germany to Holland. You're doing well.
Holland is a country?
Yes, Holland is another name for the Netherlands. It's a country in Europe.
Oh, I don't know. Does it still exist? Oh, how I knew it. Holland in that time is called. Oh, nowadays we call it Netherlands, but in that time it's called Holland, right?
Yes, that's right. The official name is the Netherlands, but it's often informally called Holland.
I got it. Holland, okay. In 1933, where my father was appointed
Good
Mana
job.
Managing,
Ma-
Manging. What's the meaning of it?
Managing means being in charge of or overseeing something, like a business or
Yeah,
department.
yes,
You're doing
managing.
well.
Yes, managing director. Yeah, it's managing director. Our Travels. Anyway, this film is in a close relationship with the firm of Colin and Company, in the same building of which my father is a partner. The rest of our family, however, felt the full impact of the Hitler's anti, which one's correct?
That's anti. You're doing great. Keep going.
Anti-Jewish laws, so life was filled with anxiety. In 1938, after the POGROMS, how to say that?
Pogrom is how you pronounce it. You're doing great. Keep
Pogroms.
reading.
What's meaning pogroms?
A pogrom is an organized massacre or attack on a particular ethnic group, especially Jews. It often involves violence and destruction. You're doing well with your reading.
Pogroms. Okay, after pogrom. Okay, in 1938, after pogroms, my two uncles escaped to the USA. My older grandmother came to came to us. Okay, so let's see. She
You're
was
doing a
okay. She was in 73. Okay, after May 1940, good times rapidly FLED. What's meaning FLED?
fled means to.
I'm sorry,
You're
I
doing
didn't. Could you say that again? What's the meaning of flight? wrong. Okay. Rapidly flight. Okay. Good time. Right. The whirlwind the copy
You're doing
copulate
really well. Keep it
copulate
up.
copulate.
Yes,
CAP.
keep
Yeah. Go ahead.
Capel so far is just the start of a
Oh
word.
my gosh.
Do you want to continue
不要
spelling?
those. Okay. I spell that
Okay.
word to you. CAPITURATION. How to say that?
That's capitulation. It's pronounced capitulation. You're doing great.
Capitulation followed by the arrival of the Germans, which is when the sufferings of us Jews really began. Anti-Jewish decrees followed each other in quick succession. Jews must wear a yellow star. Jews must hand in their bicycles. Jews are banned from trams. What's the meaning of trams? TRAMS.
Trams are a type of public transport vehicle that runs on tracks in the streets, similar to a streetcar. You're doing
Oh,
great.
okay. Tramps. Okay, streetcar. Okay, tramps. Tramps and forbidden. What's the forbidden? Forbidden, right?
Forbidden means not allowed or banned. It's something you're not permitted to do. You're doing great.
Not okay. Forbidden. Okay. What's the meaning of
Yeah,
forbidden? Okay, forbidden. It's
forbidden.
prohibited, right?
Yes, exactly. Forbidden is similar to prohibited. You're doing great.
Or forbidden to drive. Jews are only allowed to do their shopping between 3 and 5 o'clock, and then only in shops which bear the police car. Jews shop. Jews must be indoors by 8 o'clock and cannot even sit in their own gardens after that hours. After that hour, Jews are forbidden to visit theaters, cinemas, and other places of entertainment. Jews may not take part in public sports, swim baths, tennis courts, hockey fields. What's the meaning of hockey fields?
Hockey fields are areas where field hockey is played. They're similar to soccer fields, but used for hockey. You're doing great.
Hockey fields. Oh, hockey fields. Okay, so it's kind of okay.
You're welcome. Keep
And
going.
other sports grounds are all prohibited to the Jews may not visit Christmas. Jews must go to Jewish schools and many more restrictions of similar kind. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
It was indeed a very difficult and unjust time. You're doing well with your reading. Keep
Okay,
going if you're ready.
okay. So after I read it, I would like to summarize it. So during Hitler's administration, they had like an anti-Jews law. So in that time, Jews they cannot do a lot of things like entertainment, like swimming, tennis courts, hockey fields, like even go to the cinema and theaters to watch film. All these terms they cannot do it. And some Jews they escaped to the American, some they escaped in, immigrated to the Holland. Is that right?
Yes, that's a good summary. During Hitler's administration, there were many anti Jewish laws that restricted Jews from participating in various aspects of public life, including entertainment, sports, and education. Some Jews managed to escape to the USA, while others immigrated to places like Holland. You're doing great with your reading and understanding.
What's the mean with restricted?
Restricted means limited or controlled. It refers to rules or conditions that prevent certain actions or freedoms.
Could you
You're doing
use
well.
okay, could you use a restriction make example, simple example, because I can understand better. Thank you.
Sure. An example would be the park is restricted to visitors after dark, meaning people aren't allowed in the park at night.
Okay, the park restricted. So that means prohibited. No one can just gonna allow to visit.
Exactly. Restricted means limited or not allowed. In this case, no one can visit the park after dark. You're understanding it well.
Okay, I can say like every Saturday morning the swim pool is It was restricted for open because they had race. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's a good example. It means the swimming pool is not available for the public because there's a race. You're doing great.
Okay, could you refine it to how say better?
Sure, you can say, every Saturday morning, the swimming pool is restricted to the public because there's a race. This means the pool is closed for public use due to the race.
Okay, so okay, let's move back to the novel, Anne Frank's novel. So-
Absolutely. Let's continue with the novel whenever you're ready.
Okay, so we could not to do this. We could not do this, and we're forbidden. Is it how to pronounce it?
It's pronounced forbidden. You're doing well.
We're forbidden to do that, but Elif went on in spite of it all. Joe P used to say to me, you're scared to do anything because it may be forbidden. Our freedom was strictly limited, yet since we're still bearable, it's bearable or bearable.
Bearable means something that is manageable or tolerable. It indicates that even though the situation was difficult, it could still be endured. You're doing great.
Granted that in January 1942, no one will ever know how much she's present in my thoughts and how much I love her still. In 1934, I went to school at the Motensu kindergarten. I don't know, kindergarten, right?
Yes, kindergarten. You're doing well. Keep going.
Kindergarten and continue there. It was at the end of the school year. I was in from 6B when I had to say goodbye to Mr. K. We both wept. It was very sad. In 1941, I went with my sister Margaret to the Jewish secondary school. She into the fourth from and I into the first. So far, everything is all right with the time for our for all us. And here I come to the present day.
You're doing great. Keep going. You're doing well with the reading.
Okay, so we're going to the okay, so we're gonna move to Saturday, and okay, so
Sure, let's move to
oh next Saturday. It was next Saturday. Okay, Saturday, dear Katie. Our Star Street way is so peaceful at the moment. Mommy and Daddy are out, and Morgan has gone to play ping pong with some friends. I've been playing ping pong a lot myself lately. We ping pongers are very partial. Partial. How's that?
It's pronounced partial. You're doing great. Keep going.
What's meaning partial?
Partial means having a liking or preference for something. In this context, it means they really enjoy ping pong. You're doing
We're
great.
partial to an ice cream. Ice cream, especially in summer when wine gets warm after a game, we usually finish up with a visit to the nearest ice cream shop. Dunkin' on Alsace, I think this is ice cream shop name. Where Jews are allowed. We had given up Scrounint. How's that?
It's pronounced shroud. You're doing great. Keep going.
Surrounding for extra pocket money. Alsace is usually full, and among our large a circle of friends, we always manage to find some can heart can hearted gentleman or boyfriend who presents us with more ice cream than we could devour. How said?
It's pronounced devour. You're doing great. Keep going.
Devouring.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're doing really well. Keep it up.
I expect you will be rather surprised at the fact that I should talk about friends at my age.